Lamar Odom has been reported missing for the past few days, although Khloe Kardashian, his wife, did say that she met with him in an unidentified location, and they talked about his addiction to crack cocaine. Now, he's been battling his addiction for about 2 years now. Last year, he was in rehab for about 3 weeks. He didn't want to stay any longer than that. But Lamar Odom has been dealing with his own demons. In fact, when he was about 12 years old, his mother died. In 2006, he had a 6.5-month-old who died as well. In 2011, his cousin died. He said his cousin was murdered. And he also got into a car accident with a motorcycle, and the motorcycle hit a 15-year-old pedestrian and killed him. So in an interview, he said that he feels like he's just constantly surrounded by death, and also top it off with the fact that he's now a free agent, and I mean, I'm sure he feels like everything is falling apart around him. So everyone's really worried about him. Khloe Kardashian has separated with him and said that she will not get back with him until he is clean. But of course, like, my thoughts and prayers, I don't really pray, but still, my thoughts go out to, you know, him and his family, because that's a terrible thing to have to deal with. It's a very serious addiction.
So again, I'm torn on this. You know, so he's on massive amount of drugs apparently, you know, according to the reports. And when we say, well, okay, here's a long list of bad things that have happened to Lamar Odom, and hence he's on drugs, feel like, okay, but a really long list of bad things have happened to a lot of people, and they're not on, I mean, they're saying crack.
Crack cocaine.
Yeah, crack is pretty, bad. And so, on the other hand, yeah, that was a pretty long list, right? And the kid is devastating, having killed someone accidentally, the 15-year-old, devastating, right? So, I feel terrible for the guy, and you know, as sports fans, you know, you casually make fun of people because that's what sports fans do. They're, you know, we're dicks, right? And so Lamar Odom is soft, and you know, and he doesn't play well under pressure, etc. Now you see, like, well, who knows? You know, maybe he was on drugs, or maybe he was under an enormous amount of grief, right? So now I feel terrible for him. Of
course, I feel terrible for him as well, and it serves as an example of how fame and fortune does not help you when it comes to your personal issues. It doesn't make you happier. It doesn't make life better. It makes life better in some aspects because you have a certain level of comfort in your lifestyle, but you are just as susceptible to drug addiction as any other person. We all deal with similar issues, similar problems. The question is, are you going to give in to those temptations as a way to cope with your problems?
I have several conclusions from this. One, I'm not doing crack cocaine. It doesn't end up well.
I was really worried about you, Cenk.
Okay. Two, I'm not sure I need to make billions of dollars. Like, I don't know, rich people, man. You know, more money, more problems. Like, okay, all right, look, I'm saying, like, let's make a lot of money, but you don't need that much money. I'm just keep it real, okay? I'm being realistic here. And number three, you know, maybe it wasn't such a bad thing that I wasn't an NBA player. You know, obviously that was a choice I made. And so, like, it could have wound up like this. So I'm glad I decided to go in a different direction.
Right, Cenk. I'm glad you made this decision.
Thank you. I appreciate it.